Hello for anyone watching the replay, and hello to anyone here now. How are we? I am fabulous. Still pregnant, as you can tell. Hi, Abby. Hi, Jennifer. I'm putting on the Kiss Impress press-on lashes. I put them on Friday, and realistically, I probably could have kept those on for like another day, but I wanted to put on like a little bit longer of ones. So there's that. How much longer do you have? I mean, hopefully my water breaks today. I got a membrane sweep on Friday, and my mucus plug started falling out on, oh gosh darn it, started falling out yesterday and then like completely fell out today. So hopefully my water breaks today or tomorrow, but I would prefer today. And hopefully I get to text Tony the code word, or call him with the code word, which means that we have a code phrase that means shit's going down, which I don't know why we do that. I do know why. It's because we're ridiculous and we want to bring joy into every little situation. Also, we've found that like in stressful situations, if you use like a code word or a code phrase to like tell your partner like something's happening, it takes like most of like the anxiety out of it, and it like makes it kind of funny. So yeah. So there's that. I am not having any contractions. I have had a good bit of Braxton Hicks, which is honestly just rude. So I'm putting these on, and then I'm going to redo my hair, you know, just so like I'm ready. Just so I'm ready. I hope my water breaks today too, waiting on my third little girl. Oh, that's awesome. Good for you. I love that for you. That's so exciting. Love that for you so much. So much. I swear this entire pregnancy, but this whole part like really just, I feel like has shown me how, I guess, like naive I am. Because like, I mean, which is expected. I mean, I'm a first timer, and you can read about this shit as much as you can, and then nothing, like you don't know. I need to take this one off and redo it. So I don't know. I guess I just thought that like the mucus plug like wasn't as big as it is, and then surprise, which it's not like huge. It's really not, but good Lord. Like when part of it came out yesterday, I was like, oh, it's just like this little string. Okay. And then the rest came out today, and I was like, oh my God, what is this vagina booger? Also, if you get grossed out by me talking about this, guess what? It's body parts. So it's completely normal. Okay, I need to actually snip this. Or I need to redo both of them. I'm going to redo both of them. I don't think I ever lost my mucus plug. Went in the hospital with contractions 4 centimeters dilated. Doctors broke my water. Healthy baby. After 3 hours of pushing. That's amazing. I was just happy that, like, it did come out. And I mean, still, I can, like, not have anything happen for, like, another week, which would suck ass. Like, that would really suck. Oh my God, I would be so sad. Oh my gosh, thank you, May. I would be so upset if that happens. Huh. Which that can happen. Happened to, oh God. Happened to my sister, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what happened to her. She got all that out, and then her mucus plug came out, and then like nothing happened for a while, and then she had to be induced. I will be so upset if that happens. But I'm 1.5 centimeter dilated and 70% effaced, which is good. Stupid question, but what is a mucus plug? It's not a stupid question. It's basically a big booger. I mean, it is mucus that keeps, like, I'm gonna explain this in, like, the most simple terms ever. That keeps, like, your water from breaking, kind of. That keeps the amniotic fluid that the baby is swimming around in. That, like, keeps all of that inside the uterus, I guess, is a good way to explain that. Maybe not a good way to explain it, but a way to explain that. So, yeah. So once that falls out, if it does, it doesn't for everyone, like I said, but once that falls out, then your water can break. And then when your water breaks, you go straight to the hospital. Which I would love that so much more, because it would just be so much easier rather than counting contractions. These stay on so well. It is crazy. It's basically a cork for the cervix. Yeah. Yeah. So it would fall out once dilation starts, not necessarily between connected to water breaking. Well, yeah, but I had a membrane sweep, so, like, that's kind of why I was saying it fell out. Also, I'm not a medical professional. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, but you have to be at least a centimeter dilated, or dilated at all, for them to do it to you, a membrane sweep. Otherwise, they won't do one. I was reading in some place. Oh my God, well, I feel like I'm, like, so nasally sounding. I was reading that some people were like, oh my gosh, they did a membrane sweep, like, without my consent. And I'm like, holy shit, like, what type of doctor does that? That's insane. I just made it easy for my doctor. Right when she walked in yesterday, I was like, Dr. Dill, get this shit out of me. Let's do a membrane sweep. And she's like, oh, all right, okay, all right. Lash extensions and lifts damaged the fuck out of my lashes, and I had the longest lashes ever. That stinks. They should never damage your lashes. No, these don't damage your lashes. Lash extensions and lash lifts should not do that. I like these a lot, though. It is raining. Are we about to be MJ Stormborn? I did my eyebrows on Friday and they like have stayed really well, which is fabulous, obviously. It is pouring outside. But even lash lift damaged them. That sucks. Yeah, that shouldn't happen. So, yeah. Babies like to come during storms. I fucking hope so. I use those until I found the press-on ones that are amazing. Yeah, I love these. These are great. I'm happy they sent me them. I bought these ones with my own monies because I went through the other ones because I wanted to try all of them out. They pissed me off so annoyed to take off makeup and not actually pull them out. Yeah, I did lash extensions for like a year when I was working a lot. It's actually when I took a break from doing YouTube too in 2019. I only uploaded like 6 videos that year because I was working so much. But I did lash extensions as well, and I could like never actually like wear eye makeup, which was really frustrating for me, but I was like, you know what? I don't care. But yeah, these are the Kiss Impress lashes. I will put the link for them in the description box for you. I really like them though. I like them a lot. Where are you going, buddy? Oh my Lord. Where's my thingy? I can't wait till I can just breathe again. That'll be great. Okay. I'll put my curler in there too. You know what? I'll do the one for my favorite hair products. I've been a lot better about linking my stuff, and I see a difference with how much y'all are really like utilizing those links too, which is awesome. I went from making like probably like $100 a month from affiliate links to like almost $100 a week with it, which is really fun. Not fun, but helpful. So yeah. Strip lashes always come away at the ends. That's because you're not using a good adhesive. Yeah. What eyeball products? I like the Anastasia brow pen and then Anastasia brow wiz. What are you doing? Are you looking? We can't go out yet because it's still raining. I don't want to get stuck in the rain. And you know damn well you're not going to go step in the grass when it's all squanchy out there. He does not like getting his paws wet. How your links do on Prime Day? I don't think I even shared anything on Prime Day, like what I got or anything. I did buy a lot of stuff on Prime Day though, but it was mostly like, what did I get? I got like household stuff, like the most popular stuff, which is household stuff. I got size 3 diapers, the Freedom Mom Hospital Pack, 1,000 baby wipes, and that's not me exaggerating. I got Gym People shorts. I got 2 pairs of them, a pair of Levi's shorts that hopefully I'll be able to fit into again. And then 4 of these nursing tank tops. And then like a postpartum support belly thingy. And some Mr. Clean magic erasers. So nothing too crazy. I can't remember anything. When's your due date? So I technically had 2. So I had one that was July 15th. And then that was my first one, was July 15th, which goes off of my last period and the day that we conceived. And then I got after, will you move? What are you doing? And then after the first ultrasound, they were like, oh, he's measuring small. And it's like, well, actually, no, he's not. Because he's like 8 pounds right now. So no, he's not. And they're like, well, we're going to change the due date to the 20th instead. And I was like, let's not do that, actually. So I've still been going off of the 15th. And then Tony has in one of his apps the 20th, just so we can like keep track that way. But no, stop it. Stop. Okay. Yeah. Early pregnancy here. I'm scared shitless of going to my second ultrasound because my doctor was not the best, really rude, and this is my first, so yay. Hoping you will go into labor soon. Thank you, Jenny. Do you have a practice where like you're able to like where there's multiple doctors? Because typically you would have to see all of the doctors. You got to advocate for yourself. If you don't like your doctor, then tell them, I don't want to see this doctor anymore. And that might seem high maintenance, but most likely some of the nurses in there will probably be like, yeah, girl, we don't blame you. That one sucks. I'm very lucky that at my practice, it's funny, everyone in Tampa goes there. It's hilarious. Can you stop, Wiggum? He's throwing a tantrum. I don't know if you've said anything about this, but are you going to go all natural or epidural? I'm not an all natural gal. No. I'm not like giving birth in a bathtub, home birth type of like, listen. No. I need to have doctors. I need to have an epidural. We need to have that vitamin K shot. We need to get eye ointment. We are doing all the things to make it an enjoyable experience and have me and the baby be safe. I know people say, oh, well, women have been giving birth in fields. Well, guess what, bitch? I don't need to give birth in a field. Good for you, not me. Goodbye. Absolutely goodbye. Wiggum, stop. He said, but I don't have long arms. I can't itch my back. Yeah, we don't live in fields. Exactly. I wish I would have gotten the epidural sooner. I was being stubborn. Definitely agree. Epidural's the way to go. You have to remember you can't get up and walk around. Why do I need to get up and walk around? I don't need to do that. Yeah, I don't need to get up and walk around. I'll have a catheter in. I'll be fine. Let me lay in bed. After giving birth, let me lay in bed. I don't need to stand up. A warm bath helps while laboring. If you're like full on laboring in the hospital for like a long time, then sure. But I mean, I'm going to be having most likely a good amount of contractions at home first while I wait for Tony to get home. Even though he already told me, he's like, I'm going to be coming lights and sirens. Like, get ready. Yeah. They must not realize how high the infant mortality was back then. Yeah. Did you watch Jessie Lee? No. I have not been really like consuming any content regarding like work right now. I haven't been filming at all. And the Jessie Lee Ward stream was bananas. Lord. Well, we might just have to react to it when I get back, but I'm too focused on, being in pre-labor. Interesting 5 babies, and they never have you see any other doctor. Pretty large practice too. What? That's weird. Yeah, we see everyone in, you do a rotation throughout your whole pregnancy so that you're comfortable with every doctor at the practice that delivers, just in case that doctor is the person who's on call and who's delivering your baby when you go into the hospital. I love it. All of them have been super nice. Like there's definitely different personalities, but like, I don't know. I love all of them. Of course, I have like the ones that like I really want to. I have like my like top 3, for sure. But yeah, I have my 2. I guess I have 3. I have 3 that I really like. But one is one that I've been seeing since I was 14. And she's like my doctor. She's also my mom's doctor. My mom's been seeing her forever too. And my mom's actually been going to that same practice forever. And one of the doctors, his dad worked there too. And his dad was the one who delivered me. I love that. Do you have the peanut ball? Keeps your pelvis open. The hospital has one. I don't have one. There's a yoga ball in the gym though. Tony like went and made sure that there was, and then like told me where it was the other day when we were walking through there, and he was like, "You need to come in here and do this," and I'm like, "Okay, I will." But I've mainly just been like walking. Like this morning, I did a half mile with Wiggum because it was like 6 a.m. and wasn't hot or anything. But now that it's still raining, that sucks. So probably won't take him with me, but I'm probably just gonna walk up and down the halls after I'm done with this. Yeah, I'm gonna walk up and down the hallway and then up and down the stairs. Since my mucus plug is finally out. So gross. Which I put my camera down there to like make sure I got it all. Not that I'd be able to like see it, but to make sure like none of it was like hanging out. Well, I texted Tony and I was like, so I was wrong. This morning I thought that like this like little thing was like the rest of it. I was like, no. How wrong I was. There's so much more. I was like, I'm so happy you didn't see that. Because of course I like showed it to him and he's like, oh. I was like, yeah, I know it's weird. And he was like, yeah, I'm happy I didn't see. He's like, if it shocked you, I'm happy I didn't see it then. And I was like, yeah, I'm last text I sent him. I was like, I think I'm just gonna submit it to the Smithsonian in like a little jar. And he's like, okay. Yeah. Does Wiggum have a babysitter when you go to the hospital? Yeah. He sure do. He sure do. Hoping everything goes smoothly. Thank you. Me too. All my babies were impatient and early. The first time my water broke, it felt loud. I was surprised no one heard it. Yeah, you heard the pop. Our bodies really are just like so crazy. Tony said he's excited to like witness like childbirth and like see it happen. And I was like, I know, me too. Oh my God, the mucus plug, I lost mine just days before going into labor. Days. I guess it will be more convenient if I go into labor tomorrow because Tony will be off for 2 days. So I guess that's better. Is he a pass out kind of guy? Girl, he sees like multiple dead bodies a week. No, he's not a pass out type of guy. Get it together. Finally got a live stream. Hello. With my sister's second birth, she didn't realize she was having contractions by the time she got to the hospital. She didn't have time to do any of the pre-birth medical stuff. Ooh, yikes. Your hair looks so good and shiny and pretty. Hoping it's a safe labor. Thank you. Never lost my mucus plug or had my water break. Yeah, a lot of people I know have said that. I mean, I like want to experience that though. You know, I mean, I'm sure everybody does, but I want to experience that part. I wish you all the best becoming a family of 4. If you have the Jim and Pam moment with the lactation nurse, please be sure to videotape it. Oh, Jesus, no. Yeah, I will. Will be like just for like home video purposes. I mean, we're obviously gonna get like a video of it. We will most likely never share that. And then obviously, like Tony might take like a little video of like me in the hospital room or something. Not everyone has a mucus plug, if I remember correctly. I mean, everyone has one, but not everyone loses it. But yeah, everyone has one. Only had my water break at home once. I've always gone into labor, been very dilated before I allowed them to break my water. Last one, 7 centimeters dilated, and I was afraid I wouldn't be able to get my epidural. Yikes. And they can regenerate. The mucus plug can regenerate, yeah, but if you're already like dilated a certain amount, it won't, from what I've read. Walking helped my mom go into labor. She had my brother 7 years ago. Still crazy that she had him at 45. Oof. Yeah, that's insane. My mom loved watching those birthing shows. What I'll go through is nothing but spectacular. Yeah, it's crazy. Does it look like a crazy big sneeze? The mucus plug? I mean, it just looks like a big booger. It's weird. Looking like you're ready for the baby to arrive. Yeah, I'm very ready. I just wanted to do my hair again. Seeing the nursery come together. Yeah, look, guys, Tony hung those. He went rogue and got the artwork. And it's funny because when we first moved in here, we were like so adamant. This is how much we changed our minds. We were so adamant about like not hanging anything up and not decorating and not having like anything in here. We're only gonna be here for like a year or less. So, you know, and he was like, hey, I'm gonna get artwork for the nursery. I was like, what? And then he bought those and then got frames and hung them up. And I was like, okay, that's adorable. Can you pan up so we can see? Yeah. Isn't it so cute? He got those all on his own. He picked those out. You look gorgeous as a brunette. Thanks. Yeah, I thought those were so cute, and they're gonna look so good on a green wall when we move and we paint the nursery. Oh, very cute and very you. I love the hedgehog. Yeah, he's so fat. Little fat boy. Green is my favorite nursery color. Yeah, I love green. I wanted to do something dark, so in the next house we will do that. This morning, my sister and Tony were not this morning, but my sister and Tony over the past like few days have been sending me a few houses that have popped up that are in our price range and in the area that we want. And I was like, I didn't say this to my sister, but I said to Tony, I was like, what's the point of us looking at this right now? Like, what are we doing? Like, are we gonna go look? Are we are we gonna go look on the way to or on the way to the hospital and put in an offer? Like, no, we're not. And he was like, well, yeah, I just wanted to show you. And I'm like, no, you're getting ahead of yourself. This is what always happens. You get excited. And he was like, yeah, okay, you're right. And I was like, I know I'm right. No, sir, get off of there. Wiggum. That's not nice. You don't scratch your brother's hamper. He's like, but there's a pillow in there and I really want it. Are you doing a video about Stuart leaving money when you return from maternity leave? Not really. I mean, I might like talk about it briefly in a top fails video or something, but I don't think I'll talk about it because like it'll already be like it'll be September, you know? So I don't really see a point of talking about it. I mean, my opinion is that he sucks and I don't like him. That's it. There's not really anything else I can say about it other than like I think that he got fired. Don't know why. Don't really care why. But just from like my experience in Z corporate world and with like high level people getting fired, it doesn't sound like he was part of the decision for him not to work there anymore. What day is the baby due? Yesterday. Buddy, come on. Move your paws. Move your paw. Good boy. Now you can lay down. Is this all your hair or extensions? This is all my hair. I got all my extensions taken out just because I was feeling a bit. I had a lot of hair attached to my head. I was feeling a little bit overstimulated. By a little bit, I mean a lot. So I knew it would just be easier for me to have them all taken out before the baby comes, and then probably in like.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay. Probably in like September, we will put like two or three of the wefts back in. But yeah, this is all my hair. I have like none. But it's okay. It's okay. You hiding, buddy? Okay, I think it's done raining for now. It's only noon though, so it's probably gonna rain more. Being brunette is serving you. Thanks. My Lord. My son was 4 days late. Yeah, most people, I feel like their babies are late. Have I tried any of the labor-inducing tricks? I mean, literally all of those are myths. But yes, we have tried everything. And make sure you're following me on Instagram too, because I talked about this on Instagram. But I don't know why I keep coughing. But I tried spicy, all the foods, all those spicy foods, all the sweet foods, all that. I won't try castor oil because that seems dangerous. We have done walking, which I think walking this morning helped my mucus plug come out even more. So I am gonna walk all the way up to the 6th floor and then all the way back down to the 1st, and I'm probably gonna do that like twice today. Because that in itself sounds like a lot. And we've done nipple stimulation and sex and everything. And nothing has worked. Sex is the only thing that is proven to work for some people. It actually doesn't. It's not proven. It's not proven. You can ask any gynecologist. They will tell you that it's not. Apparently, what's in semen that loosens the cervix, progesterone. Apparently, there's not enough of that in the semen to actually soften the cervix. I've had multiple gynecologists tell me that. And then orgasms as well is what people have said. And it's because of the oxytocin. But it's like that, I mean, same. The thing is that when the baby wants to come, it's going to come. And then there's no stopping it. But correlation does not equal causation. So that put me straight into labor 2 out of 2 times. Doctor recommended guests. Different ones have different opinions. Yeah, I guess so. Also, at this point, there's only one position that it doesn't I don't want to say hurt, but doesn't hurt at this point, which is great. We discovered it the other day, but then we were both glad we just figured out that position does feel good. And then that's probably the last time we were gonna have sex. Very frustrating. Castor oil was painful. I wish I would have done my research about it 15 years ago when I had my first, but I was 16 and had no idea what I was doing. Oh, yikes. Yeah, that's scary. Are you coughing as he's pushing on your lungs? I don't think he's pushing on my lungs. I don't know. I was coughing a lot today. It was weird. My husband is a firefighter EMT. He is almost passed out in the delivery room with me. It's different when it's their wife and their baby. He'll be fine. He'll be okay. He's my I'm not saying that anything against your person. But yeah, he built different. He handles situations really, really, really well. Especially me being in pain, when I got stung by a stingray and he had to pick me up and carry me and run with me down the beach, up the boardwalk, down the path. That was insane. My mom says that's the moment that she knew that he was the one for me, because he just like went straight into action. And he wasn't even a cop then. We'd only been dating for, I think it was like a year, maybe, possibly. Castor oil is terrible, super poopy, not good for anyone. Having worked in labor and delivery, castor oil is, yeah, not good. Super scary. What a sweetheart. He's a Superman. Yeah, he's amazing. Coughing is a sign that it could be a sign that the baby is almost ready. He fucking better be, because I am. Ooh. If he passes out, she'll just throw something at him. It'll be fine. He's not gonna pass out. My mom knew when she saw my husband walking down the hallway of my apartment building, and that was 33 years ago. That's adorable. Yeah, I mean, there's like I know, I mean, every husband or spouse, whatever, is different. It's definitely interesting. He had to sit down with his head between his legs during the epidural. However, come pushing time, OB, I had to tell him to back up. I love that. Yeah, he I know it's definitely different when they see us going through it, you know? Like, I get that. But he's already like been there with me and for me during like certain things, so I think he'll do a great job. Our son just moved out at the end of last month. Oh, empty nesters. This is the, I mean, y'all know I love Maybelline, but this is the Maybelline Super Stay 24-hour skin tint. And I really like it. I've been wearing it a lot. And I know some people are going to be like, Chelsea, well, why are you putting on makeup? It's me. What do you, like, come on. I wish my oldest would move out. Lord. Is it like BB cream? Yeah, kind of. And y'all know I love BB cream. Because you feel like it. I just became a great aunt and my baby brother a grandpa 2 weeks ago. That's amazing. I don't think it's CC cream. I don't know. But I really like it. Oh, the green one. The green one is BB cream. Yeah. But I know that your girl is going to be so red. So red. You are going to be able to see this birthmark. I'm going to be so red. I love your nails. Thanks. It's called popped pistachio. My screen has gone black. Well, how if you're typing? I got my roommate BB cream because he's so red and he loves it. I love that. I put I put BB cream on Tony sometimes. Yeah, popped pistachio. And I'm going to have a popped pistachio. Lord. Yeah, he mixes it with his sunscreen and it works great. Oh, I love that. I don't know why there's like a stigma around men wearing like makeup. It's so weird. So weird. There are many times where I have put BB cream on Tony. And especially your boy fancies a green concealer at times when he has a little blemish. He'll have me put that on him before he goes to work. It's so funny. Just because it's every time he asks me, he's like, "Do you have some of that green stuff?" I'm like, "Do you mean concealer? Because I think that's what you mean." And he's just like, "Yeah, just the green stuff." Oh, okay. I'm gonna sweat all this off. And it's fine. God. Can't be a good cop with a pimple. I know, right? Can't be pulling people over or saving ducks from storm drains if you have a pimple. God forbid. He actually just got a promotion, and I'm very proud of him. Now he's on yet another specialty team. Yet another one. I need a brush. I don't want to bend over, so I'm trying to get this with my orangutan feet. There we go. Welcome. It's not waiting anymore. We can go outside. Where are you? Oh, you're right behind me. Oh my goodness. Wonder how Wiggum will react to the little one. I think he'll do good. I think he'll do good. I mean, he's good with people in general. And he's good with he's good with little kids. Are you ready to pop, girl? Yes. Ready. So ready. And he's good with little kids. He hasn't really been around like a baby. I mean, other than my my best friend's daughter who likes him. And she every time she comes over, she wants to say hi to him. But I'm like, I'll get a little bit too excited. And plus Olivia, your mom doesn't like dogs, so I always put him up whenever she comes over. But yeah, oh my God. Wiggum is 4. He just had his 4th birthday. I made him a cake. It's still in the fridge. Tony said today, he was like, "Oh, is Wiggum going to get some of his cake today?" I was like, I think so. I think he's going to finish his cake today. Yeah. It's shredded carrots, peanut butter, banana, applesauce, and I think that's it. I blended all that up. I got it like a good consistency so I could like bake it, and then put Greek yogurt on the top as the icing. How long of a break are you planning to take from YouTube? So technically I'm not, because I have a month and a half-ish, 2 months of content already like ready to go and scheduled. But I will be back to filming and like return to work in September. Possibly. But I'm just trying to set like that expectation. And I don't know if I'm going to do live streams like when I get breaks and stuff and or anything like that. Like if I want to, then I will, but I don't know. He will be great. Wiggum will love the baby. Yeah, I think Wiggum will do fine. I think he'll do good. I mean, he loves me a lot, and he loves Tony. And this thing's just a perfect mix of both of us. So, no rush. We will be here. I get that, but I also have to make money. So, that will be his baby. Yeah. And then I also have some like y'all will see me back like a little bit sooner technically because I have to do what was I about to say? I have to do a few ad reads before I actually come back. So y'all might see me like without a bump in like an ad read, but then like in the video, like I'm still complaining about being pregnant. My midwife told me to take some extract of cranberry, but it didn't do much. Sex was the only thing that got things going. I was 6 centimeters dilated for an entire week. Girl, 6? Why didn't you go to the hospital and just have them give you Pitocin? What the hell? Oof. Wow. I make popsicles for my dogs. They love them. We have some puppy ice cream for him. My goodness. I've pooped like 3 times today. Is that a sign of early labor? Because goddamn. Ooh. I definitely feel more pregnant. Definitely feel more pregnant than I was last week or even in the last few days. 3 to 4 times a day is healthy. I mean, I usually only poop once a day, and I mean, being regular is healthy. So, yeah, actually, yes, it's a sign that things are loosening up. Well, baby, we are getting loosey-goosey up in here. But I took 3 months off. I was so tired all the time, and she was almost 3 months. That's what I use too. I have a boy and a girl. So for the icing, I use blue Greek yogurt and then boy in the best fruit powder. Oh, I love that. It's so cute. Yeah, Wiggum loved it, and Tony was like worried. He's like, great, that's gonna make like his poop so runny. But I was like, no, I don't think it will. And then that night he went poop after he ate it, and his poop was so much more firm. And Tony was like, okay, we need to have him finish the rest of this. Like, that's awesome. I think it was probably the carrots. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I think little one will be here by tomorrow, at least. I hope for your sake. Thanks. Everyone who I've talked to has said that they think he's coming today. A lot of people said early this morning at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And of course, I couldn't sleep. I mean, you don't sleep at this point in pregnancy usually. So I woke up and I was the clock next to Tony's. It's like a little cube thing on his nightstand. It has like a light that like shines the time like on the ceiling. So when you wake up, you can just like see it on the ceiling. And I was just looking at it, and those numbers were just taunting me. And I was like, okay, 3 a.m. Let's go. Like, nothing's happening. What's going on? And it's mostly all of my like witchy friends is the best way I can describe it. Like, one's clairvoyant, and she was like, yeah, I think Sunday at like 4 a.m. And I'm like, okay, nothing. So it's frustrating, but it's okay. He'll come when he wants to come, when he is ready. But already cried about it multiple times because I'm just so excited to have that moment of when I just put these lashes on. I can't cry. To have that moment of when they hand them to me and just think like, finally, you know, not only after 10 months of being pregnant, which my pregnancy hasn't been bad. It's been, I'd say, normal by all accounts, right? I mean, I've had normal symptoms. That's it. Lots of unsolicited advice coming through in the comments. Just sending love. Oh, the real ones get it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need unsolicited advice. He's going to come when he wants to come. But yeah, I am just so excited to finally hold him and finally meet him. Especially after like all the like losses and stuff that Tony and I experienced. And yeah, I just keep thinking of that like relief, I guess, when like they finally just, and I have them. And just keep thinking of the word like finally, you know, and I can just like breathe. Yeah. A very wanted baby boy. Yeah. You know, it's funny. I saw someone mention baby fever. I never had baby fever, like at all. At all. I don't like children. Like I don't like other people's kids usually. They're sticky. Other parents suck. Like I usually don't like, just think they're annoying. I mean, I love my nieces and nephews, obviously. Like our nephew came over with Tony's mom the other day. Oh my God, he had the cutest bathing suit on. It was he's 7. Yeah, he's 7. He had the cutest bathing suit on. It had like snacks on it, like pretzels and like potato chips and French fries. It was such a cute bathing suit. And he was playing with Tony in the pool while me and his mom, Tony's mom, were just like sitting there talking. And he's just so funny. And Tony was like floating in the pool, and I was like, "Can you do that?" And he's like, "No." And Tony's mom was like, "Yeah, he just sinks to the bottom just like his mom." And I was like, "Oh my God!" I remember I tried to show Tony's sister like how to float, and I like I was like holding her in the pool, like trying to like teach her how to do it because it's like hard to explain. And Tony was like, "Well, can you do it like with your bump?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I did it. And so I was like trying to show him how to do it. And he's just like so stiff. It was so funny. I was like, why are you acting like a skeleton? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, it's just so funny. But obviously, I mean, like I love like we love like our kids, you know? And when I say our kids, I mean like our nieces and nephews and like our godchildren. Like we love them because like they have good parents. But most children I cannot stand. Most humans I can't stand. So like obviously kids are lumped into that, you know. Mine are fine, but I'll pass on other people's kids. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I thought about that the other day, how it's interesting how like I really never had baby fever. I mean, don't get me wrong, like if me and Tony, like if one of our friends had a baby, like we obviously would like go see him and all that, and you gotta sniff the top of that head and touch those little feet. Yeah, but that's different. Like we love their parents, and it's like a culmination of them, and they're funny and cute and all that. But yeah, I never had like baby fever. I like other kids less now that I have my own. I want your water to break live. Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy. I told Ethan that if it happened while I was filming a video to like leave it in, and he was like, "Okay, all right, I guess." I thought that'd be a really good one. I feel the same way about other people's children. I think that's normal. Yeah. I wanted 10 kids. I have one, lost 8. Glad I had the one. Oh, I'm happy you had the one too. Yeah, I also was telling Tony the other day, I was like, damn, we would have like an 8-year-old right now. Because we had our first miscarriage like right before we got married. I think it was. So yeah, we would have like an 8-year-old right now. Our lives I would not be doing this. I don't know what the hell he'd be doing, but crazy. I'm due with my 6th in December though, and I'm beginning to actually think I'm crazy. Yeah, you probably are. But hey, if you can afford it and y'all's relationship is like good enough, you can go for it. I can't wait to hear a baby crying when you're live. You probably won't hear that. Yeah, when the camera's on in here, he's not in here. I mean, y'all might hear him from like another room. Obviously, like our apartment's not that big, but yeah, I probably won't be doing live streams for a while. I was thinking last night as I was up at 3 a.m. just praying that my water was going to break, that like our next vacation, and I've already decided what it is. Tony has no choice. And I've been to Baha Mar. Tony's never even been to the Bahamas, I don't think. Pretty sure he hasn't. But I've been to Baha Mar once and it's amazing. It's so much fun. And I was just thinking about how much fun it would be if we went together. So I was like, we're doing it. Probably like 4 months after. Yeah, probably 4 months from now we'll go, depending on how I'm feeling. And I'm so excited. And I think it's so funny when people say things like, you're never going to want to go on a date night again. You're just going to be worried about him. And it's like, no. Or like, you're never going to want to go like on vacation without him. And I'm like, you don't know me, clearly. Like, clearly you don't know me. Because yes, I will. I already do. I'm already planning this vacation. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm of course going to think about him and like miss him. But bitch, I do that with this thing right now. With Wiggum. Tony and I will be on vacation or, you know, a weekend away or somewhere. Literally, we'll be at Lowe's and he'll look at me, or on date night, and he'll be like, what do you think Wiggum's doing? And I'm like, probably sleeping. Why am I putting on lipstick? But yeah, we've already had that conversation of how me and Tony always come first. I need our relationship, and he does too, our relationship to always come first. We've seen so many like older couples who oh, just peed a little. That's good. I said the exact same thing until my son was born. We built different. Thank you, Alberta. Yeah. Yeah, I've always told them that we always need to make sure that like we always come first. Yeah. Your thoughts will change until you hold your baby. Yeah, that. And you also just said I haven't had a date night in 13 years. Girl, that's your own fault. Like, no. No, we are a team. We need to have us first. Yeah, we're very different. So 13 years, that's a choice. Yeah. Are you overdue? Girl, we done cooking. We done cooking. If your attitude about the baby, I'm nervous to have a child because of how much takes up your whole life. I mean, the thing is that he's coming into our life, you know? And yes, our life is going to change. Obviously, it's of course going to change. We're just getting a little bit crispy. It's called being a parent. Thanks for making me a joke. I didn't make you a joke. But you can't tell me that I'm not going to have a date night or that my entire life's going to change, because it's not. My parents had 4 kids and still went on amazing vacations together, still went on date nights, still went to parties. And yeah, everyone's situation is different, but that's a choice. That's absolutely a choice for y'all. Yeah, he's coming into our life. And I'm really big on that. And so Tony's parents, not so much, but because his mom definitely made like everything about her kids. But also his dad was like gone doing tours in, he's not a tour guide. It makes it sound like he's a tour guide. He was off, fighting for our country. So he did all that and like wasn't really around. So Tony's mom like threw herself into like just having the kids, right? I don't resent my kids. I didn't say you do. Girl, you're not the main character. Like, you're fine. I don't care how you are with your kids or anything like that. Live your life, be happy, do what is best for you. I'm going to do what's best for me. Also, Jen didn't direct that to you. She just said it. And then she just clarified and said she wasn't talking about you. So again, if the shoe fits, go for it. But it doesn't sound like anyone was saying that to you. You do have to prioritize your relationship. The kids grow up and move out, and you're going to be, yeah, right? And then you're stuck with the person. Yeah. That's like when all of us left. Not after all of us left. It was after I got married. Because I had already moved out, but my mom then was like, okay, Chelsea's married off. Everyone's good. Like, everyone's taken care of. Now let's go to Europe. And her and my dad just like, first of all, they fucking moved away, which is rude. They moved like 45 minutes away, which we're all trying to get them back over here. But they're amazing. And they like have, I mean, yeah, like they argue and bicker and stuff. And my dad says shit that my mom's like, oh my God, why would you say that? Like, please don't say that. But they're awesome and don't have any of us over there. I mean, they do, obviously, and like they're great. They're amazing grandparents. My mom keeps sending me a picture of the kids' room now, because there's 2 twin beds, one for my niece, one for my nephew. And then she's like, we got down, the crib and put it together. And she's so cute. I love it so much. If you don't make your relationship strong, then how can you be good parents? Yeah, I agree. Especially just because like I've seen so many people, like it's like having kids just like really changes your relationship. And I don't want that to happen, obviously. And yes, it's going to change it to a point, but I want it to make it stronger and not like, I don't want to lose ourselves in being parents. Like, ugh, cringe, I was mad at the fetus for the pain they gave me. Loved the baby. Oh, Lord. I say all the time, I won't forget about us. And then anytime I was having panic attacks thinking he wasn't going to be taken care of, I like taking care of him. Are you breastfeeding? I'll try to. I'll definitely try to. Yeah. I'm going to do whatever I can, whatever's best for the baby, but fed is best. Breastfeeding would mean putting baby as number one. Telling you to fuck off would be putting my baby as number one. You act like just because I don't go clubbing, I don't do anything with my husband. No, girl, you said that you haven't had a date night in 13 years. So, like, good Lord. Oh, you suck. Like, fuck off. You sound miserable. And you sound like you hate your life. So guess what? You're blocked from my channel. So kindly go fuck yourself. Goodbye. We don't have any time for that on this channel. Goodbye. Yeah. Absolutely making herself the main character. You're not the main character. My God. I cannot stand those people. Breastfeeding is putting the kid first. No, bitch, that's called feeding your kid. It's not putting your kid first. It's literally doing, I don't want to say like the bare minimum, but it's like literally feeding your child. That's all it is. And if you can't do it, then it's fine. Your kid's going to get fed. And that is what is best for your child because you're keeping it alive, which that's like literally your only job for the first year is to make sure you don't kill it. And then for like the second year, you just got to make sure they don't kill themselves because you turn around and they've teleported. That's what my sister always says to every like new mom. She's like, listen, you just got to keep them alive. I don't care what you do. Just keep them alive. Gatekeeping motherhood. Like, what the fuck? That's what a lot of people do. Like, how are you going to come in here and be like, your entire life's going to change and be like all negative and shit? When I've said multiple times, I don't fuck with that type of energy. When I'm literally having the conversation of like, no, we're going to make time for date nights. We're going to like, I'm taking a page out of my parents' book and doing that. Sometimes breastfeeding triggers postpartum issues. Yeah, I mean, I think I've talked to y'all about that a little bit about how breastfeeding is like, it makes me not nervous. And I don't want to say it gives me the ick, but it kind of gives me the ick. Like other people doing it, great, good for you, go for it. But I'm like, I don't know. I'm sure I'm going to feel different once, like, obviously I'm going to try it. I'm going to do it. Like, bitch, look at me. I'm already wearing a nursing tank top. Okay. I'm ready. But yeah, I'm going to try it, obviously. And then if he doesn't latch, then I'm going to exclusively pump. And then if I don't produce, which would be so ironic with these big ass titties that I've had since 7th grade, like that would be so rude. That would be so rude. Yeah. So, and then if I don't produce, then that's fine. We'll just use formula. Breastfeeding is so hard. I did it pumped and used donor milk. Yeah, I've already told like multiple other friends of mine who, because there's so many people right now like in like Tampa, like in like our like circles who are pregnant. I've already told multiple of them like, hey, if I have like an oversupply, like, and you can't, like, girlfriend, come over, get it, just pick it out from the stock, girl. Hey, what are you doing back there? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing, my sweet little boy? Oh, hello. Hello. I didn't breastfeed because of my mental illness, so I didn't fall into postpartum depression. See, and you created that boundary for yourself, and you knew that, and that's wonderful. Good for you. I love that for you. didn't produce past 6 months. I know a lot of people who are only able to produce for like 3 months. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm not worried about it. All that matters is that MJ is going to be fed. He's going to be a chunky little boy. That's all that matters. Yeah, but that lady sounded like a boomer who, maybe not a boomer. What's after boomer? Gen X. Yeah, it'd be Gen X. Who makes everything about themselves and who internalizes every little thing that people say. Like if I say, oh my God, white men are the worst. Like, if you're a white man and you're listening to this and you're like, actually cool, guess what? I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. Or if I make a joke and say, like if I'm talking to a friend about her first date, and I say, when are you going to pick up your U-Haul because she's lesbian? And then bitches move so fast. What second date? The first date it don't stop. It lasts for a whole weekend. They moved in. Does that mean that every single lesbian's like that? No, it doesn't. That's not what that means. If it applies to you or if it doesn't, move the fuck on and don't take life so seriously. Like, calm down. We don't claim her. Yeah. A total Bethany. A total Bethany. You know yourself and your baby will tell you, or your body will tell you everything. Wish you all the best. Thank you. Generation after boomers, the Karens. Yeah. My son didn't latch, so I pumped until I couldn't produce anymore. When the nurse came in to check my milk could come in, it shot clear across the room. Oh my God, that's impressive. That's really impressive. You're going to do great for labor and delivery. You got this. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. I really appreciate it. I feel like we've really, like, whenever, I don't know, like, y'all get it. Maybe it's just the live stream crew, but I feel like most of y'all get it to where it's like, I'm not going to give unsolicited advice, like, just well wishes. That's it. And maybe like a suggestion, but it's not like judgmental. Oh my God. Like I was reading this book, Baby Wise. It's about like sleep. And I was just going through it. I got like, I got to like page 30. Then I fell asleep reading a book about sleep. And there's like a bunch of books and like articles and like stuff that I've read. I like a lot of them I don't agree with completely. Some I do, some I don't. But like I had a few people message me and be like, oh my gosh, like you shouldn't be reading that, blah, blah. Like it has so many like controversial whatever. And I'm like, just because I read something doesn't mean I'm going to implement it. Like it's not that deep. It's just a book. It's okay. Don't worry. It's okay. It's going to be fine. For every negative person that comes here, there's 50 positive ones that want the best for you. Absolutely. Yeah. I agree. Right, Wiggum? You agree too. I have a feeling he's going to want to sleep in here with the baby and not sleep with me and Tony anymore. We were on the couch last night after we ate dinner and after I like took him out. Tony took him out last night. We've been like switching off we've been doing like really good with that. But I looked at Wiggum and he's just been so like responsive and funny. And I was like, are you ready to go lay in bed? You want to go get in bed? And he looked at me and he runs around the couch and into the bedroom. And I heard him like jump on the bed. And I looked at Tony and I started laughing. And he's like, did he just did he just go get on the bed? And I was like, oh yeah, he's all snuggled up. Like he's already, I looked and he was like already like in my spot, ready to go. He's so cute. Can't get over how cute your necklace is. Thanks. It's from Anna Luisa. It was one of the sponsors we had this past month. I literally have not taken it off. I love it so much. It's so cute. So cute. Just sleep when the baby sleeps is the best advice from an old ass mom. What did they dislike in that book? I can't remember. I read like half of the person is super sweet. There's someone who I've interacted with a lot, but I like skimmed through their message and I was like, I don't care enough to read this. I can already tell that like they're traumatized by this book. Is the matching M-ring new? No. No, this I got this for, it's technically my push present, technically my birthday present, but no, this is an M with diamonds, and then there's a floating diamond right there. But no, Tony got this for me back in March. Yeah, he's so sweet. We were gonna get his name, like a kind of like a nameplate, I guess, in diamonds, but then I was like, I would have to take that off every time I film, so I don't want to do that. So I just got an M. And then he said, he was like, and you can turn it over and it stands for Wiggum. And I was like, okay, babe. He's so cute. It's valuable to know lots of different ideas and suggestions and methods. Every baby and every parent is different. Yeah, I agree with that. So, I mean, that's why I've been just like reading, books and things and looking at, different people on Instagram and all of the resources. You said something about even good quality metal making you green. I thought I was losing my mind. Yeah, a lot of times. My doctor said it's probably because I have like an iron deficiency and then something else too. There's multiple reasons that can happen, but yeah, even with my wedding ring, it's white gold, or no, it's silver and then dipped white gold. Yeah, silver dipped in white gold. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I just got it forever ago. But with that one, turned my finger green for a while, and then my hand like got used to it. This one hasn't done it though, which is weird. So maybe it's just with like certain metals. I have no idea. Last month of pregnancy feels like a year. Nursery looks super cute. Thank you. I think it looks cute too. It does feel so long though. So long. Just like the last week. Sucks. Loving the woodland and mushroom theme. Very cute. Thanks. I see it as having a well-stocked toolbox. Not every tool is going to work. Who's moving a lot right now? So much has changed about having babies since I had my first 36 years ago. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Still preggers, huh? Janet, we're still here, girl. He's still here. He's not out yet. He's not out yet. My husband and I tag team with my son. When he woke up, he didn't pamper changing. I got the bottle and we had him back to sleep 15 minutes. My biggest help was that I used room temperature formula. That's why I don't give advice. I'm aware of that. Yeah, we I don't know what we'll do. I mean, Tony's gonna be able to take off like 3 weeks to 4 weeks, definitely 2 weeks, but he said he's gonna take an extra week, and then he was thinking he might actually take an extra 2 weeks. So he'll be off for a month. So hopefully after that we'll be on more of a schedule at least. we were going to have someone come and help, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. Personally, I think I got it. The only advice I can give is best way to avoid getting peed on while changing diapers. Yeah, I know tricks with that. He's cozy and not in a rush to get out into this crazy world. Yeah, he's not, girl. He's very happy. With my youngest, the only one in the family born in Florida, I had to have my membrane stripped twice. After the second go at it, I went for a walk on the beach. She was born that night. Oh, walk on the beach. I love that. I love that so much. I was looking at pictures from the beach. There's this one that I love of me and Tony walking on the beach like early morning. And it's like from like behind, and I'm like leading him basically. And it's like one of my favorite ones. And I'm like laughing. And I was just like, damn, we should have done our maternity leave at the beach. Like we should have planned that out somehow. But there's like no way to plan that obviously at like this stage. Unless we owned a place down there, which we don't. I say mom of 3, advice to not get peed on is very helpful. Keep the help on the back burner just in case. Yeah, we've been like setting the expectation of like no one coming over for the first week. Just because obviously like I don't know like how bad I'm going to be bleeding. I don't know like like I don't know what my recovery is going to be like, and I think that's really important as well. Like yeah, it's all about the baby, but like bitch, I'm wearing diapers and I'm having like blood clots come out of me. So like I have a vaginal injury, so and internal bleeding basically. So like we talked about that, and Tony understands that, and I even told him I was like I think it's important to like set these expectations like with our families and like with our friends, and our friends don't care. They're like, let me see the kid whenever, like, or like bring you food or whatever, like whenever you're ready. Like I don't care. But that way we've set that expectation, and then like if we change our minds, then of course like our siblings will like rush over. But we just wanted to like set that expectation. So it's only gonna be parents at the hospital. And I kept telling his mom, I was like, you don't need to just sit in the waiting room. Like, you don't need to do that. No one's going to be there with you. She's like, wasn't your mom? And I'm like, no. I was like, my mom said, and she was like, yeah, just call or text me when you go to the hospital, and then like when he's here, and then I'll come visit you in the hospital. It's not like you get sent home right away. So she's like, then I'll come when you tell me to. And Tony's mom was like, it was so funny. She's like, but it's so much fun in the waiting room. And, we did that for his sister. And I'm like, I was there. It was not fun. I was there for 8 hours. It was awful. And especially, I don't think she understands that, like, especially because it's going to be just her and her husband. Like, oh my God, that is such a fat wiener. Oh, that's a fat wiener too. Y'all got 2 of the fattest wieners ever seen. The little fat dachshunds, extra long. Oh my God, those boys were chunky sausages. Yeah, so I was just like, I don't think you understand that, like, that's not going to be fun for you. So no, like, no. But yeah. I think Tony even made the point, like, oof, he said, he was like, yeah, the hospital, they know that we're not having any visitors, and then like that we are just having our parents come up when we tell them. And his mom made the comment, well, if someone gets past security, and his reaction was like, what? And she's like, yeah. And then like if someone knows that you're like, if someone comes to the hospital because they know you're in labor, and he was like, how would they know? He's like, you just told on yourself. I swear to God, y'all, I fell in love with him all over again when he said this. It was amazing. He was like, you just told on yourself. How would they know? Because I'm only telling you and Chelsea's mom. She's like, well, and he's like, sounds like what we need to do is not tell anybody, and then just send you a picture of us and the baby back at the apartment. And his sister was like, you can't do that. And he was like, watch me, we can do that. I was like, oh, I love you so much. I was like, high five. We high five in front of everybody. We're very different than other people in my family. Yeah. And I understand people are excited and all that, but it's like, you don't, like, I'm the gatekeeper. Like, you don't get access to my baby without me. And I understand that you're excited. I understand that you're going to love him so much and that you want to help, but it's like, I'm new to this and I need to figure it out first. Yeah, it's insane. I had my baby during 2021, so hospitals were still allowing one guest. It was rough, but honestly, having my fiance there was enough for me. Yeah, having just me and Tony, like, I don't need, I told him, I was like, I don't need anyone at the hospital. No, I don't need or want anyone at the, and I told him that from the beginning, but I talked to my therapist about it too. And she's like, Chelsea, you have to understand, like, yes, you are doing the work. You are birthing the child and you are going to be very primal about it. I can tell. And I was like, yeah, I am. And she's like, but also, like, Tony's in it too. And you can't just block him out and like make all the decisions. Like, you two are a team. You have to be a team. And I was like, okay, you're right. And I know, like, he's super proud. He's super excited. And I know he just wants to be like, look, I made this. So yeah, I had to compromise and be like, okay, then just parents. Because if we do immediate family, it's like, okay, his dad, his mom, his aunt, his sister, his brother-in-law, his oldest sister, another brother-in-law. There's how many people in my family? 10? Yeah. So it's like that's too many. I can't do it. I really can't do that. I love you guys, but please get away from me. We had a NICU baby, and we also told them no visitors until we told them NICU only let one parent and one visitor at a time. Such a blessing for the staff to be able to say, go away. I hate how people think that babies are for everyone. That's a whole freaking new life that you just brought into the world. Yeah. Sorry, I keep coughing, guys. I don't know what's going on today. So much drama with our first two. We didn't tell anyone. The youngest was born until I was released from the hospital. Oh, I wish. The last thing you want is unnecessary drama when you become a mom. Oh, I just block everybody out. I just don't deal with it at all. And then Tony's, I don't know if y'all could tell over the last years, he gets very protective. And he's always been like that. He's always been very protective of me, not in a controlling way, but in like a just literal protection way. And I love that because it's like he not only protects like me physically, but like my anxiety, my mental, my emotional, all that. And I'd been sharing like postpartum stuff with him, like reels and hospital stuff with him, all that. Like, that's, how couples communicate through reels basically. And so I'd been sending him stuff. And one of the things said, like, as a partner, like as a spouse, as like the other half of this baby, like you need to protect you need to protect the mom. And I sent it to him and I was like, please protect me. And he was like, I always do. And I always will. And I was like, okay, well, that means if someone's here and I need to breastfeed our child, you tell them to leave. Like, I'm not whipping out titties in front of your step grandma, like, or in front of your mom or in front of my mom. I mean, maybe in front of my mom. That's different though. I came out of her vagina. That's different. Yeah. Just do without explanation. You don't have to tell anyone anything. Telling ahead of time gives them time to have an opinion about it. Yeah. It's going to turn into a social gathering, but it's a time for recovery. Yeah, I there was an article that I was reading, which I suggest if you are pregnant or going to become pregnant or have a spouse that is or whatever. I suggest that you read it. It's called it's like very well known in the like birthing community. I don't know, parent community, whatever you want to call it. It's called the lemon clot essay, and it's basically just like a reply that this lady did on a on a Reddit thread about like having visitors within like the first week, basically. And I sent it to Tony, and I was like, "This is required reading." And even like after reading it with me, I was like, I don't know. I guess I just didn't realize like how intense like postpartum recovery can be. Just the physical aspect of it. Like I mean, I don't know what to expect with the mental aspect, but like I kind of do. But yeah, I told Tony, I was like, that's required reading. And he was like, for who? And I was like, for you. He was like, by who? I was like, by me. Read it. And he's like, okay, I will. Yeah. I literally had to call security after almost dying during labor and being put to sleep for a C-section. Hadn't seen my son yet and come out from being put under to fighting. Oh my God. I didn't have any visitors. I live 200 miles away. Ooh, that's a dream. Praying you have a speedy recovery and all that. Thank you. It can be intense, but it can also be easy. I had really easy recovery, and it's hard to know how things will be before they actually happen. Of course, that's something I've been working through in therapy too, is not focusing on the unknown, which we've talked about that before, but not focusing on like the unknown and letting yourself get, worked up over it and like having like fights about it or bickering about it. Cause it's like, this hasn't happened yet. You don't even know if it's going to happen. So like, why get worked up over it? Like, what are you doing? How many weeks are you? 40. Yep. We are overdue. We are getting crisp. You are getting crispy in there, MJ. Crispy boy. Maybe the longer you stay in there, you'll have your father's skin tone instead of mine. People will come out when we're supposed to. Yep, sure will. I wanted my privacy just to have that time to bond with the little one. Yeah. And I think it's funny that like we're such homebodies already. And we don't like entertain at home. We entertain at Eddie V's. Like we don't entertain at home. We don't have people over. We never really have. And like Tony's sister does, Tony's mom does. Like we just aren't like that. And maybe, maybe when we have a bigger home, we will, but like I don't know, we've just never really been like that. And I think it's just like we don't want anyone like in our space. But I just think it's so funny when Tony is like, or when anyone like in his family or my family, whatever, is like, oh, well, no, like we'll come over and like see the baby or like whatever. And it's like, Tony, you already don't like people. You don't like people in your space. We don't leave the house much. So like, why do you think it's going to be different with a baby? Like you're going to be even more protective. And like you're already not gonna want to be like around other people. Like he already doesn't want to like share his time that he gets like off from work. Like have anything take away like the time he has by himself, the time he has with me and with Wiggum, or the time he has with me. So like bring a baby into that. Like it's just so I don't know. I just think it's so funny that some of the things he says, he like thinks that he's gonna want to like have guests over. And I'm like, you hate guests. No, you're not going to want that. It's hilarious. I cannot wait to see him become a dad. I mean, he's protective of me. That man is going to fight to the ends of the earth for this little boy. Induction did go very well, so it was good, but I was very overdue. My sister was like 2 weeks overdue. Set your boundaries with in-laws before baby was born. Mine tried to overstep so many times. It was hard when your hormones are out of whack. It's hard to articulate your feelings. Oh, for sure. Yeah. And those are conversations. And my in-laws are great. Y'all know I've said that many times. They're wonderful, very helpful. Love them. But it's also like different family dynamics because our families are very different, like very, very, very different. Very different, very different. So it's just like the whole family dynamics is, I don't want to say an issue, but it's just like, yeah. Anyways, so Tony's definitely been like, I don't know. It's nice because I get to like turn off my brain and he just like handles it. Because I've already told him like I got depression and anxiety normally, and I had it in the second. I had perinatal depression pretty bad in the second trimester. The end of the first and most of the second, and the third it was fine, but yeah. And then I'm sure I'm probably gonna have postpartum. I mean, I don't know, but I've just been setting the expectation of like I'm going to. Is her hubby black? Sorry, I'm new to the videos. No, Tony's Hispanic. He's Cuban and Dominican. And then a little bit of white from his mom, but Cuban and Dominican. I have everything depression. Yeah, right? It's like I got all types. I got all types of depression. Tanya, down girl. Oh, your therapist is ready for you. Yeah, she's awesome. She's been very helpful. And just like working on like the preparation of all of this. So crazy. I have a service dog for my depression and CPS. Stratton? Oh goodness. Tony and Wiggum were snoring in unison last night, and it was so cute. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. So cute. Someone asked, they were like, how does Wiggum sleep in the bed with you if he like snores like a bulldozer? I was like, he doesn't though. It's like the sweetest little snores. And Tony was like, yeah, it's like white noise. He's like, it's soothing. It's like, oh my God, never heard you say that. And then also when we were talking about like relationships in general with another couple, and they were saying like how our dynamic is like really good. And he said something about like me being so extra or like so spicy and like having no filter. And I was like, Tony, you married me for this reason. Like you would be so bored if I was boring and like Little Miss Vanilla. I was like, no, you would hate that. And then it was funny because like I hadn't heard him say this like anyone else before. He was like, it's like one of my favorite things he's ever said. He was like, yeah, sometimes I like it. I just, you just need a little spice in your life. And he was like, I was like, yeah, you do. I was like, you need someone to fucking talk back to you and be like, no. That's fucking stupid. We're not doing that. And he does the same shit to me too. But with him, what he does is he just gives me a look and I'm like, fine. Like if I'm being too much of a bitch, just And I'm like, okay, fine. Which happens often. Not often, but I get the look. I get the look quite often. Yeah. Show Wiggum, please. He's down here. I can't. Yeah, you can't see him. I mean, maybe if I go. Oop. Maybe. You can kind of see him. Right there. Little potato. Little potato. Oh, goodness. Oh, my God. Although we shared a hotel room last weekend, he said my snoring was much better than it used to be. I think Michelle asked because Cece mentioned she hopes that baby has his skin tone. Yeah, that's probably why she asked that, which is fine. Who cares? Yeah, he Tony is, oh my God, his olive skin. So beautiful. That man gets so tan. So tan. So beautiful. Hey, little bub. Hey, little bub. Are you ready to go outside? Hey. What time is it? Hey, you ready to go outside? You go for a walk? Oh, tired. Maybe we should brush your teeth too. My hubby is native and he gets a gorgeous tan in the summer. Are we gonna see? Are we gonna see mom content after baby? I find motherhood so fascinating. Nope. No. I am a commentary content creator, not a mommy vlogger, not a mom content person. No. Nope. Press-on nails were my saving grace while I was postpartum. Didn't have time to get my nails done, so I glued them on real quick. Made me feel like a queen. I love that for you. I have already scheduled my my next appointment for it to be a house call for my nail tech and my pedicurist to come to my apartment. And I told them that I will order us dinner. And then my best friend, who is MJ's godmother, she goes, that's actually where we met, is the nail salon. And she's like, okay, so I'll schedule for that time too. I'll bring dessert. I was like, okay. So she's going to come and get her nails done at that same time too. But then after, I think the month after that, I'll take him and like schedule it for a time when Tony's mom can watch him, because his mom lives like right out there. Or I'll just schedule it on a day when Tony's not working so that he can just watch the baby. So, yeah. Wiggum's going to be a fantastic big brother. I think so. I think he'll be really good. Your little boy will be very loved. You can tell. Absolutely. Wiggum, are you excited to be a brother? I think he is. Where's your mobile from? It's so cute. Thanks. It's from Amazon. I thought it was awesome. Someone asked where the blanket's from. I don't know. My sister had it made for him. So I don't know. Mobile's from Amazon. You can look in my link tree, which is linked in the description box under shop my post. You'll see like one that says like nursery things on my my like to know it under my link tree. Oh, what's that? My dad. Oh, big stretch. Oh, big stretch. Oh, wow, big stretch. I really should get on my bike before the supermarket closes, but I'm enjoying this chat too much. Would you accept a hand knitted blanket for the little one? Sure. If y'all want to send something to the whatchamacallit, the PO box. The PO box is in the about tab of my YouTube channel. So yeah, if you want to send something, go for it. You might not see it like displayed or anything like that. I mean, we might have to put it in storage like right away, but yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, we don't have too much room here. As you can tell, this one wall of this room is my office, and then the rest of it is the baby's room, and then the closet. MJ doesn't even get a closet. He gets those drawers. He gets those 3 drawers. And the closet is Tony's closet, and the gun safe is in there. So we have an office, a nursery, and an armory in one room. Yeah, obviously everything is locked away. The baby's not mobile. It's fine. We're very safe, my lord. And then once he is mobile, we won't even be in this apartment anymore. And that will be in, I mean, the baby won't have access to the safe. So, you know, yeah. My goodness. I want my water to break today. See, but then I feel bad if it breaks tonight because then Tony won't have had like time to sleep. And then he'll have worked all day long, like 12 to 13 hours, and then have to take me to the hospital and then stay up for longer. Stinks. Our potato passed this week. He was over 14 years old. I miss him so much. I'm so sorry. But that's a long time. That's a long time. And I'm sure he was very, very loved. Now you have to get another one. Give yourself time to grieve and then get another one. Praying your water breaks in the next hour. So yeah, so that like Tony's worked a half day and then he can come and come home and take me to the hospital. That adrenaline will kick in for sure. It will. Yeah, it'll be different than when we were at triage, because that was boring. Oh my God, it's raining again. Did I tell y'all about that? I thought my water broke last Monday, 2 Mondays ago, and plot twist, it didn't. I just peed on the bathroom floor twice. So we didn't know that. I was having Braxton Hicks, but they were so strong. I was like, okay, what is this? And we went to the hospital. Well, I called first. I called the doctor and she was like, okay, come in. She's like, we have to see if it was amniotic fluid or not. So we went, and it was just so boring. We're just like, I got hooked up to everything and we were just watching the monitors and all that. And then they did a cervical check and they were like, okay, you're 1 centimeter dilated. So nothing's really progressing. And then also they did the test and it came back, and they did 2 actually. And she was like, that was pee. I was like, great, awesome. So Tony just looked at me and he's like, I told you it was pee. And I was like, I know, but I got nervous. I'm sorry. So happy for you. I hope you get to see finally soon and kiss your little man. Thank you. I don't know why I just keep thinking that, like that finally moment, which is interesting too, because that was my see, I'm having Braxton Hicks right now. This shit is so hard right here. Well, hard all over, but it gets real hard up here. But yeah, that was the caption to our like pregnancy announcement pictures. Finally made it past 7 weeks and 2 days. That was quite the threshold. The moment you see his little face, you will fall in love all over again. And then I know the moment I see Tony hold him and just see him with him, I'm going to fall all over in love with Tony, which basically happens every day anyways. Like yesterday when he walked in the house and he said, honey, I'm home. Do you need anything? I was just like, oh my God, I love you so much. And then the other night when he came in the room and he was like, I just secured the goods. And I was like, oh, you ordered pizza, didn't you? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I love you. I have 5 kids. My water only broke with one. I think my mom said that her water never broke. And then with my sister, hers never broke either because she was induced twice. Yeah. She had 2 C-sections. I woke up my husband after shift with the second, and he was so tired. I felt so bad waking him up. Yeah, same. But I know like the adrenaline will like kick in, and yeah. My son literally poked a tiny hole in the sock, so if I didn't pay attention and notice the incredibly small wet spot on our sheets, I wouldn't even notice that my baby was coming. Oh my gosh. Ooh. My water never broke on any. Yeah, I had to like tell Tony that like most people's water doesn't break. Like it's actually like a smaller percentage, and you know it's not how it is in like movies and stuff like that. And even with his sister, hers was she was like just slowly leaking all day, and she like didn't even she was like doing chores around the house and stuff and like nesting basically, and she just thought she had like peed herself a few times, and that's it. And then the doctor was like, well, didn't you feel the contraction? She was like, no, I was moving around. Like I couldn't feel, like I didn't feel them, which is crazy. Both my waters broke while peeing. So convenient. See, that's the thing too, though, is it's like, does that feel like it feels different, right? Like, would I be able to even tell? And I hated being induced. Yeah, I've heard that from people too. Like going in and like having to like labor basically like in the hospital is like a pain in the ass because you're like uncomfortable and shit. I think you'd be able to tell it's a lot of water. Okay. If it's like the gush, yeah. Mine absolutely was like in the movies. It was a puddle. There was no denying it. Water broke in the hospital, and I don't even remember because there was so much going on. Yeah, that's probably gonna happen. I feel like there's like 3 times where you like black out basically. When you get proposed to, I full ass blacked out. He got down on one knee, and I just nope, don't remember anything. He had this whole like speech prepared. Couldn't tell you what he said. I was making him breakfast the next morning, had him repeat it so I could write it down. And then, which it was the sweetest thing. And then I learned from that mistake. And on our wedding day, instead of doing personalized vows to each other, we wrote each other letters. So now I have basically the same thing in letter form. And sometimes I just read it and I cry. So there's that. Because it's so sweet and like crooked at the end. And then the other time is like when you walk down the aisle. Don't remember that. Hardly remember that. Walk down the aisle. Who's around me? I don't know. What was said? No clue. Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. And then a lot of people have said that like birth is a blur. Your nails look so nice. Thanks. I like the length because I'll be able to shorten them. But I think they look real good. I love the color. My friend's water broke while standing in my kitchen. My oldest son ran in because he heard us yelling, slipped, and fell He was 5 years old. That's hilarious. I love that. I got induced and they broke my water and gave me an epidural, and I passed out from the epidural. They had to wake me up when it was time to push. It's convenient for you. A former coworker had her water break during a lesson, and some of the kindergartners were like, "What happened? Oh my God, did she pee herself?" I hated triage, the bouncers of the maternity ward. Literally, same. Yeah. Everyone was nice when we went, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just annoying. Okay, Wiggum, next time there's a break in the rain, we're going to go potty outside. I know someone whose water broke in front of a classroom full of 7th graders. Jesus. That's rough. That's real rough. I would have hated that. I feel like when it's in front of like adults, I was telling Tony this, I was like, do you think anyone's like grossed out? And he's like, no, I think that people, like, even people who like don't know you, like, I feel like they get like so excited about it, but then they also go, like, the adrenaline like comes out in them too, and they're like, okay, what do we need to do with you? Like, where do we need to go? Who do we need to call? Like, sure, clean this up, but like, what's happening? Kids thought it was pretty cool. Actually, they're really excited and helpful. Yeah. My water broke. My son entered the world within 30 minutes. Oh, shit. That's crazy. I don't know if Tony will be able to get home in 30 minutes. So he will. He will rush home. I told his partner that if, and he will, Tony will answer the call, but if he doesn't answer the phone, I told his partner that I'm going to call him and that he has to call Tony over the radio, and like tell him like, hey, your wife's going into labor, like you need to get home, and to like videotape it. And then he was like, that's probably not going to work out because we're always together. And I was like, oh yeah, like they're rare, like they're always like within, like rarely not, they don't ride together, but like they're always together basically. I had 42 hours of labor before they broke my water. Oh, yikes. I didn't realize I was in labor. I thought I was Maxie Hicks. I was also 5 weeks early. Jesus. That's what one of my really good friends said last night. She actually just texted me and said, any update? Because I have her and another friend in a group chat. Because they already both already have them, and one of them is an anesthesiologist. And it's funny, whenever any of our friends have to have a C-section, she somehow always manages to get her way in there, and she always takes a selfie with, like, from like her seat, like with the mom and the dad, and it's like right after like the baby is like handed, obviously, like, you know, you can't hand it to the mom because you're strapped down when you have a C-section. But yeah, it's just so cute. And she sent me one last night of our other friend that was in the group chat, and I was like, this is adorable. I was like, you need to make it like a coffee table book. I was like, I've seen so many pictures of, like, from other people of like you taking a selfie like with the couple, and it's like all people we know from high school and stuff, and like from like South Tampa. It makes me so happy. She's like real good at calming down the husbands though too, because I feel like C-sections are especially scary for the husbands or spouses or partners, whatever. Oh, my goodness. You guys. Why is it raining? Maybe I should get in the bathtub. Oh, hi. Hello, there you are. Maybe I should get in the bathtub again. Isabella Lanter, is she on your group text? Of course, you don't have to answer that. Why would Isabella be in a, huh? I mean, I'm friends with Isabella, yes. He's like a little sister to me. Me, her, and Deanna are in a group text together. I know there's some people that are like, oh my gosh, like you're in group chats and blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, with my friends. Isabella's not in that one though. That would be weird. Isabella doesn't know any of those people, so that would be really weird if she was. But no, there's one with just me, Isabella, and Deanna. And then I'm not in any with any YouTube people. I mean, other than them two, but I don't know. I don't consider them like that. Like they're my friends. But yeah, I'm not in any group chats or group texts or anything like that with anyone else from YouTube. That was a big stretch. Wow, bud. What are you doing in there? He's like, hey, I'm still here. Just letting you know. After my C-section, my husband told me, "Buh, I love your guts." And I was like, oh, and he's like, no, I mean, I saw them. Gross. I had someone say once that like, I was talking to one of our friends and I was like, yeah, during a C-section, they like take out your insides. And then she was like, no, they don't. Why would they do that? And I was like, yeah, I thought that's what they do. And she's like, that makes no sense. Think about it. And I was like, oh, I guess you're right. Like, that doesn't make sense to do that. Yeah, I'm dumb. People can have more than one group text. I mute most of mine because they're with family. We have some text bombers. Yeah, I mean, there's like multiple family ones that I'm in. Like, there's one with all of us. That shit's muted. And then there's one with my mom and us 4 kids. And then my brother's wife is in it too. That's muted. Actually, yeah, I think the one with Deanna and Isabella is muted too. I mean, everything's muted for me. I don't like notifications, so everything is muted. But yeah, whenever, not to be like smaller YouTubers, but whenever people there was a period where people were trying to like fucking start drama and shit and be like, all of these people are in group chats and blah, blah. And it's like, if someone's friends with someone or like there's a friend group that has like a group chat, why do you care? Like, what? It's so strange. I mute my work emails. Girl, yes. Yeah, it's just real strange. It's like, it sounds like you're mad that you're left out or that people don't like you. I wonder why. Because you're insufferable and annoying and just try to make relationships with people for your own clout chasing reasons, which people don't like that. I don't want to be used for my social reach. Is that chair comfy? Which one? The one I'm in or the one behind me? The answer to both is yes. Yeah. Retired and glad I no longer get work or text for emails. Oh my God, that sounds amazing. I love that for you. I'm so happy I don't have to hear the Google Hangouts or like Cisco. What's the one for Cisco? Is it Jabber? I'm just so happy I don't have to hear those types of like notifications anymore. Oh, the Slack one. I think it was Google Hangouts is the one I use the most. So happy I don't have to hear those notifications anymore. Like be tied to my fucking desk. I do have a work email, obviously, but my manager knows it's easier to like she emails me stuff, but then she knows like if something gets approved or needs to be approved or I have to add something onto something and all that, she knows that texting me is better. She's the best. I love her. Julia, she's awesome. I have everyone muted but the kids and my husband. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, same. I have all my whatchamacallits, the little like focus thing where you, like my do not disturb ones. I have on all of those, the only person who can get through, so they're all basically the same, but the only person who can get through is Tony. I don't need to talk to anybody else, okay? No one else needs to talk to me right away or needs a response right away. Me knowing something, and this is a very cop wife thing to say, but me knowing or not knowing something is not going to change the outcome of that thing, you know? So obviously with him, yes, I want to know what's happening. I want to talk to him. Oh my God. He's the only person who gets a response usually right away. Everyone else, nope. I don't need to talk to you. I love you. I don't need to talk to you though. I love creating my own groups, not thinking about other people's. God, there was a point where I used to get added into like group chats on Instagram. No, thank you. I would remove myself right away. That's like how, especially if like you're not like friends with somebody, how are you going to add them to a group chat? It's like I'm being held hostage. I don't want to be here. Why'd you bring me here? I don't need to see this. Get me out of here. But then people will get mad and be like, oh, well, they left the group. Yeah. You forced me into it. I didn't consent to this. Group chats or texts are my least favorite thing ever. Oh my, people know, like, it's my fucking nightmare and I hate it. Oof. Hey, can you chill? Oh my God. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, Tony has a bunch of group chats that he's in. And I'll see it and there's like he has all of them muted, but there's like so many responses and it's like, oh my God, that's my nightmare. I would hate that. Yeah, that cough was because he's on my lungs. He was pressing up against that. Tap the belly rhythmically and see if it settles him down. That always worked for my son. Yeah, I'll kind of like massage it, but right now, a second ago it was him moving, but right now it's Braxton Hicks. And for me, at least, like Braxton Hicks is more like belly, and then like real. God, that is hard. Wow. But then like real labor is like lower. So at least that's how like I think. Yeah, baby being spicy. He doing something in there. I thought you had the little baby already. Just found out I'm having a girl yesterday. I was so set on a boy. I'm scared now. Apparently, boys are much easier and cheaper and just easier. But if you are saved as a contact in someone else's phone and they have TikTok, TikTok has your data. Most apps ask for access to your contacts. Guess who also has your data? The government. The government assigns you a number at birth. So, yeah, I don't care who has my data. I know that might be like a little bit controversial, but I don't care. What are they going to do with it? It's not that interesting. I'm not that special. Baby boys, baby girls both have their unique challenges and their unique joys. Some of that's down to their personality. And then some of that's down to how they're raised, too. I agree. Boys are easy until they become teenagers. I think that has a lot to do with like how they're raised, too. Also, teenagers in general are just hellions. But hopefully we will be able to have another one. TikTok is more of a counterintelligence issue than a personal data issue. Yeah, personal data is already out there. Exactly. I ain't got any missile launch codes on my phone, okay? Like they ain't gonna get nothing out of me. They ain't gonna get nothing. Maybe some weird nudes and a bunch of Wiggum pictures and some manic thoughts from my notes app, but that's about it. I have 4 teenage boys and they never stop eating. That's a lot of boys. That's a lot of boys. I told Tony I'm like nervous for the like what I don't know, just like teenage stuff. And he's like, well, we'll get there. Or cross that bridge when we get there. And I was like, yeah, you're right. He said, we should probably just focus on like getting him out of you. And I was like, yeah, you're right. You right. It is going to be funny to try to see like, because I know how I was when I was a teenager. I was not as well behaved as Tony was. And I just think it's going to be really funny to see if he tries to like pull a fast one on us. But I really do hope we have a girl next. With boys, there isn't any drama like with teenage girls. Oh, yeah, there is. Absolutely. There's definitely drama with boys for sure. Yeah, there's definitely drama with boys. My brother had lots of drama. Boys are not always easy. Mine was the worst. My daughter was the easiest. Yeah, me and my sister really put my parents through hell. But it's funny because we're the ones that my mom calls when like shit goes down. And like we handle things. And like if God forbid something happened and they needed to like live with someone, it would be me or Tony or my sister and her husband. And me and my sister are the most successful of their children. So it's like, did it really matter that she had a tongue ring and then that I like smoked a lot of weed? Did it really matter? Because look what happened. Like, look at us now. We make lots of money and we are going to take care of you. Not that my brothers won't, but you know. Also, I think it helps that like because of like the men we married though too. Like my parents love them so much. My husband always says that like my brother, the one closest in age to me, it used to be my mom's favorite, and now my mom's favorite is Tony. He's said that so many times in the last month. I'm like, are you okay? Are you Linda's favorite? And he's like, I talk to her like at least twice a week. And I'm like, okay. He's so funny. He literally will just call her like on his way home from work. It's adorable. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy. I love my mother-in-law, but the unsolicited mom advice made me want to break down and question my parenting skills many times. I wish I had the balls to say, thanks, but no thanks. We're doing it this way. I do have the balls to say that. I actually already have said things like that. like saying, and Tony even said the other day, he was like, "No, I'm proud of you for, like kind of like laying the groundwork," because that's what I'll try to do. I'll try to like slip in things here and there and like lay the groundwork with like boundaries and like things we are going to do or aren't going to do, and then he'll bring it up later on, and then that way if it's challenged, it's like we've both already like talked about this and stuff like that, and then he can bring down the hammer if needed, because I'm like, at that point I said what I said, and then believe me, you don't want to deal with my husband. you should take what I say first. Yeah, like the other day I mentioned what I had said earlier to y'all, how, having guests, and how I was like, hey, I'm not going to want to breastfeed in front of anyone. Like I want to feel comfortable in my own apartment, which it's like, maybe if we were in like our home, it'd be different, but I don't know. Like sometimes I still feel like we're living in like a hotel, which I love, but also don't love. So it's weird. And I was like, it stinks, but like if it's time for me to feed, like I want to be comfortable. I don't want to have to like hide in a room, whether it's the bedroom or the nursery, and like go feed him and then like have y'all waiting for like an hour. And I was like, that's uncomfortable. And I don't want to do that. And I don't want to breastfeed in front of everyone. And his mom was like, yeah, but like in front of family. And I was like, nope. It's like, I don't want to have my tits out in front of anybody. Like, it's not how I am. I might show cleavage, okay? But I'm not breastfeeding in front of anybody. Like, that's very uncomfortable for me. And yeah, so I said that, and hopefully that will not be challenged, because if things are challenged, then it's like, okay, well, goodbye. You're leaving then, which either way you're leaving, because I don't want to feel like rushed or like have people just like, it's just so awkward, Yeah. I feel like if you come see a baby, you bring something. Like with one of my best friends, I brought her favorite wine, and then I brought a present from my mom, and then like snacks for her. And for my best friend, never come empty-handed. You bring something for them, or like offer to do something. And with them, they were like, no, we just want you to meet her. Like, that's it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm bringing a present. So I brought a present, whatever, and we were holding her. And then after 30 minutes, we left. And like that's it. And they timed it to where it was like, okay, like she's fed, like she's, like you don't need to be there for longer than that. I don't know. I might just be an a-hole, but it's like, I don't need you around. It's mean, but I don't care. God, I keep burping, and I'm full ass turning into a dragon. Like my throat is on fire. If you come out looking like a bald bitch, I swear to God, if you come out and you don't have your dad's hair and you got this hair instead, I'm gonna be so upset. This heartburn. You better have your dad's thick ass hair. My God. I saw a reel about unsolicited mom advice, and she said that she just replies with, "No thanks, I don't like the way you're raising your child." Yeah, I saw one that was like about mother-in-laws, and it was, hey, stop that, sweet boy. That it was like, how did it go? It was like, oh, well, since you haven't raised a baby in like 30 years, and also I basically raised your child, meaning like the husband. Yeah. It's like, ma'am, your son didn't know how to dice an onion until 2 weeks ago. So, and that's not a joke. I gave Tony one task in the kitchen the other day, and it was to dice an onion. You would have thought. But you know what? He can change the brakes on my car. He details my cars. He can build anything. You want that man to find a stud in a wall? He don't need no tools. He don't even need to knock on the wall. He'll find it. Ma'am, your son still loads the dishwasher wrong. Ma'am, I don't think your son has loaded the dishwasher. No, he can load the dishwasher, thank God. And he can do laundry. One day he did have the audacity to say, I don't like the way you fold my shirts. And I said, well, that's wonderful because now you'll be folding your shirts from now on. And he's just like, oh. And I was like, yeah, oh. If you want it done a certain way or by a certain time, you do it yourself. Otherwise, you don't have a say in how it's done or when it is done. And he's like, okay. I was like, yeah. Yeah. And then meanwhile, he does all the shit that like I don't even think of. My car gets washed. There's gas in it. Who would have thought you got to do that stuff? My registration for my car. Wouldn't even know how to do that. My Sun Pass, like the interstate thingy. Yeah, he said that wrong. Yeah, you said that wrong. The like interstate toll thing. Couldn't tell you what account that comes out of. There's so it's so funny. There's so many things where I'm just like, no, Tony does that. I don't do that. I don't do that. Air filters? Where do we get those from? Do we go to the front office? I have no idea. Yeah. My mother-in-law used to criticize me for not ironing my husband's clothes. Yikes. I don't even iron my own clothes. If he wants things ironed, he can do it. Yeah. We have a steamer, and I'll steam our stuff occasionally, but like we don't really need to do that usually. Plus, like for our real nice stuff, we get everything dry cleaned. Oh, hello. Oh, can I have those scratchies in your armpits? Oh, you like that, huh? Yeah. And then there's like certain iron couldn't be me. As a generation, we have all decided to not iron clothes. Yeah. Well, also like steaming has become like I feel like we are a generation of steamers, which sounds like hot poops, but yeah, I feel like we steam stuff more, which I mean I do for sure. Why iron when you can just chuck it in the dryer for a minute? The dryer is my iron. Yeah. What is this medieval contraption you speak of? Yeah. Yeah, I would much rather just steam something. Plus, steaming it's more convenient, but then also more satisfying. Married 20 plus years. He smells every shirt before he puts it on because once early in our marriage, he complained about how I washed them. So I just folded them and put them back. Still dirty until he noticed. Oh my God, the trauma. I love it. I want an iron for crafting, not for clothes. Yeah. Just bought a steamer this week. I'm the worst with clean laundry being left in a basket. Yeah, there's there's our clean basket, the like, you know, the one that the clean stuff goes in. That's sitting in the corner of our bedroom right now. And I just haven't. It's next to the empty bassinet. Actually, the bassinet's not empty. It has my Huggle in it because I put it there. And then the hospital bag, which I keep adding stuff to. I need to not do that, but I just keep adding everything to it. There's so many snacks in there. And steaming does the job, but it's easier and no ironing board needed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just hang it up on something. Oh my God, I cleaned my closet the other day. Like, because I have the one in the walk-in in the bedroom, and then Tony has the walk-in in here. And I was just looking at all my clothes and like the fancy, because I always separate everything from like shirts and bodysuits and like shorter, like more casual dresses and like rompers and stuff. And then on the bottom is like all hoodies and jackets and all that. And then like nicer like pants and longer skirts and stuff like that. And then the one that has like more room is like all my gowns and all my fur coats, my long dresses. And there's just so many sequins and beautiful colors. And I'm just like, soon I will be back. I will be back. I miss it so much. I had not opened that closet door since we moved in. I have not worn, that's a fib. I have worn maybe an outfit from inside there like twice. But mostly I have not worn anything from there. And I've only been wearing like workout clothes or like my Amazon sets, which I like can't even really wear the Amazon sets anymore. In the last 2 weeks, I've just been wearing long shirts and undies. Undies, if you're lucky. Just straight Winnie the Pooh. No pants, big shirt. Make me want to clean out my closet. It felt so good because like I just kept throwing shit on the floor and then just closing the door and being like, well, if I can't see it, it don't exist. And then Wiggum got in there and found my my big pregnancy pillow, the like snake one, like coiled up in the corner and like got in there and like hid. He was very nervous. So I was like, well, shit, I should probably clean this before the baby comes. So I did, and I hung everything up. Just Donald ducking it. Yeah, just looking like fucking Donald or Pooh Bear. Pantsless, baby. My best weight loss happened while I was breastfeeding. Yeah, I think I'll be good with that. Like if I do breastfeed, I think I'll probably lose weight. And then after 6 weeks, then I'm cleared to go back to the gym because not being in the gym right now sucks. I hate it. But yeah, then after going to the gym, I cannot wait. And I know I'm going to be so excited for the other thing you get cleared for. Can't wait for that either. Ooh, calm down. What are you doing? Listen, if you're going to be bonking this much, just come out. Like, it's not that hard. You're being evicted. You've been served. You have 2 days to comply. And by 2 days, I mean 2 hours. Get out of me. I love you so much and I cannot wait to meet you. But like, get out of my body, please. When did you have to stop going to the gym? So I had stopped like a month ago because like because I was still lifting and how I felt after, I was just like, I can't do it anymore. And then I went one more time because I'm impulsive. And then I went one more time 2 weeks ago, I think it was. And I was fine after that time, but because I had a little bit more energy that day. But yeah, I told Tony after that time, I was like, I think I'm done going to the gym until after I'm cleared. And he was like, yeah, probably good idea. Yeah. I didn't have to stop going to the gym, but I think it was just better for like me and how I was feeling. I'm going to my friend's baby shower next weekend. Do you have any ideas for a gift? Stick to the registry. I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to do that. Your friend, whoever this mom to be, probably spent hours on making and curating this registry. Get it from the registry. She doesn't want the little outfit you're going to buy him from Target. She doesn't need like a personalized blanket that she's going to have a billion of, or some random thing that you think is cute. Buy off the registry. For the love of God, please. Also, so many people are going to buy her outfits for her kid and diapers and all that. Like, just buy off the registry. Please. Please. And then that way, if you buy it online, you don't even have to bring it. And that's even easier for her because then she doesn't have to bring it home with her. We had 2 cars filled up. Yeah, go off the registry. If you want to throw in a little extra onesies or burp cloths, that's great too. Yeah, exactly. That's it. That's what a lot of our people did. I also buy off the registry and then I pick something random out. And then of course diapers and wipes. Love it. Love it so much. Exactly. I'd be like, why do you have a registry? Because I don't want to think. Exactly. I just, even like with a wedding too, I just can't stand when people are like, oh, no, I'm not going to buy off the registry. And it's like, that's literally what it's there for. Like, they're telling you what to buy them. We are Jewish and give cash for everything. Another one of the reasons why Jews are the best. Let's be honest. They get right down to it and they're like, we know what you want. Here you go. Like, so assertive. Love that. Absolutely. Where we are, I'd say in my experience at least, being indoctrinated into to the Cuban family. That they don't do that, but Southern. If you're Southern, that's what we do. Yeah. And we would usually, Tony and I started not the trend, I guess like a habit is what you would say instead of like a tradition. But we started doing it to where we would, instead of writing you a check, we would just give you cash. And then we would make sure that we, if they have like a day of planner or someone like that, that we would give you, like we would hand it to you, hand it to them, or like make sure they know, like when they go back to their hotel room or whatever, like just make sure they have this to spend on their honeymoon. And then finally we were like, wait a minute, why don't we just Venmo the like the groom? That's so much of a better idea. So that's what we started doing. We started sending them like $100 to $200, and then they have it for their honeymoon, and it's great because we know we loved that. We took all the couple who drove us back to, we went back to my mom's house, and then like I got out of my dress and everything, and then into the white velour jumpsuit that I was wearing. We got into that, grabbed our suitcases, then went to the hotel. But that couple got like the big like ornamental like bird cage, a decorative bird cage that everyone put their cards in. And she went, while I was changing, went through all of them and got all the cash out and put it in either my carry-on or Tony's, and was like, here you go, this is for your honeymoon. And then they gave us like $500 on top of that. And then Tony and I didn't have to pay for anything on our honeymoon because we had like $3,000 in cash. And we were like, what the fuck? Like, okay, all right, I guess. It was great though. It was like such a good idea. And then obviously they took like all the rest of the checks and everything and like put them in a safe spot. Yeah. Actually, I think we had mobile banking then too. So Tony was able to sign all of them really quick and just do all of the checks and deposit them. I have a wish list that I keep up to date, but people are so weird about it. People are weird, man. In 2013, there was a horrible wildfire in my area, and a couple expecting twins lost everything. And they got out with their car seats in the car, and that was it. Oh my God, that's so sad. No, it's not as meaningful. Boo, honey, dear, please, please make both of us happy and just buy off the list. I don't have fake joy. Oh my God, yes. That is, yeah. I love that. Ugh. But it's not special. The people who say that have bought us the most hideous things. You think my kid is going to wear this monogrammed potato sack? No, you know what is special is the crib, the glider that which I bought that. And then Tony's mom and a subscriber split the not split, but did the cost of that. But like, yeah, sure, like the blanket, the customized blanket that my sister had made. Like that's more of like a tradition in our family. Or like the boppy or I'm trying to think of other shit that we got. Or all like the books and stuff. Like, no, that like all the stuff we've registered for, or all the bath things. Every time I'm in the bath, because I already have all of his bath shit like in there. Every time I'm in the bath, I use the scooper thing and like put water all over me. Because these boobies are exposed in the bath and I'm not trying to have cold boobies. And every time I do it, I see like the bath stuff, like I think of the people who got it for us. Or with like the stroller, I think of the person, it was actually a friend that we bought it from because it was cheaper and it was brand new. So with that, like I think of them, that's special. This ugly thing that you bought off registry that I'm now annoyed about, that's not special, you know? Not how that works. I know who got us the changing table. I know who got us a certain book. Like, I'm probably not going to remember this forever, but the formula Keurig thing, what is it? The baby Breza. My godmother got us that. It wasn't on the registry, but it was, I didn't even know like those things existed. And she has one at her house, and then her two daughters have them too. So like she knows they're amazing. And she got that for us. And that obviously it's like an exception. But every time we use it, I'm like, yeah, like Barbie got that for us. And yes, my godmother's name is Barbie. She's amazing. And I'm like, I love that. Like, thank you. Like, obviously not every single time, but it's like, you know, I feel like that does make it more special because it just proves like, no, it does take a village, you know? I love that. I don't want to sound ungrateful, but I just don't like it when people went off the registry and gave me things with colors that didn't match and we picked a theme for a reason. Oh, yes. Yes, exactly. Yeah. I completely agree with that. It is really frustrating. Yeah. Or like we set that expectation like with my mom and his mom too. Cause like I told my mom, I was like, we're really not decorating in here. And like we have a theme. This bitch sent me a hedgehog lamp, like a link to it and like a picture of it. And it was really cute. And I responded back, I was like, that's super cute. Maybe once we're in a house or maybe in like another year. I was like, but right now I don't have anywhere to put that. And she was like, oh, I was like, please do not go rogue. Do not buy anything like any furniture, any decor, anything like that for the nursery. I don't have room. You will be adding more stress to me. Please don't. And she's like, okay. And then with Tony's mom, it was the same. And she even said to my mom, she's like, well, they're not letting me buy anything for the nursery. And my mom was like, yeah, they told me that too. Like, she's like, we don't need to. But I was really happy she was able to like say that to her. She's like, it's not just you. She's like, I got scolded. I tried to buy a hedgehog lamp. And then she sent me one that was a giraffe, and like the lampshade is like around the giraffe's like neck. So it's like his body, and then like his neck goes through it. And it was really cute. And I was like, Mom, that doesn't match the theme. And she's like, okay, maybe for my nephew. She said my nephew's name. She's like, maybe for his room. I texted my sister and I was like, you're about to have a fucking giraffe lamp. And she's like, why? Why did you do this to me? I was like, I don't know. So crazy. But I was like, no, you can decorate the kids' room, like your room at your house with that stuff. You don't need to do that with my, like, you're not decorating a room in my house. You have your own house. You can do that. She's so funny. she's so fucking hedgehog lamp. I can't. Ugh, she's the best. I personally think think some people who gift, the focus is the joy that they get out of giving, and being spontaneous is about, look how well I know you. You're making such good points. Yes, I agree with that. And one of my friends, we had this conversation where her mom was like, well, if you don't open any presents, because now like our generation doesn't do that either, because why would you want to? It's not enjoyable. And her mom was like, well, if you don't open any presents, like no one's going to know I got you the crib. And she was like, okay, like I guess I can just tell people that you got me the crib. And she's like, oh, well, if we have like the baby shower at your house, people can like see the nursery. And she's like, yeah, I guess. And she's like, yeah, but then people will know I got you the crib. And she's like, Mom, it doesn't matter. Like, who cares? So strange. So a lot of times it's more about that like recognition of like, well, look what I got him. And it's like, that's not what giving a present is about. Like, that's not like you're giving a gift for the wrong reason. So strange. The only thing I didn't like about buying on the registry is sometimes people only put like 5 expensive things on it, and I need some variety in prices. I can't buy a $500 stroller. Then the best thing to do then would be do like things that like aren't a part of a theme or aren't like just buy diapers. There you go. Nursing pads, diapers, things like that. That's what you do in that case. But I agree. Personally, I think some people who give okay, you already said that. Or I already said that. And to be straightforward, the super fancy, cute outfits are adorable, but babies grow out of them so fast, they'll hardly use it. The everyday stuff goes a lot farther, stretchy onesies and sleepers all day. Yeah, with the zippers, we are a zipper family here. I'm jealous of your skills when it comes to boundaries. It takes a lot, and I hurt people's feelings, but that has nothing to do with me. We don't have a lot of room, and people giving us extra stuff makes me super upset because it will go into storage. Then they'll get mad when they don't see it out in our house. Yeah, that's happened with us too. Yeah, but then again, it's also just like, I don't need you to buy anything. Like, why are you going to buy something decorative for my house? And like, I don't like it. Like, we don't have the same tastes. Why would I want that? That's how my mom was too. I was like, who cares? I know you're awesome. And if anyone says anything differently, I'll strangle them. Nice. We've had to have that talk with my brother-in-law about that. We love that you love your grandkids, but we're running out of space. Presents on birthdays and Christmas, please. One thing that my sister started doing was she has us gift them experiences instead. So, and it's so easy. Tony and I will print off a voucher, and it literally says like a gift for you in like pretty font, and then it says we call my niece and nephew Buddy and Bug. And so like for Christmas I did it said like bug, like redeemable for 1 bug adventure day with Uncle Wee Woo and Aunt Cha Cha. That's me, I'm Aunt Cha Cha. And then Tony is Uncle Wee Woo because his car goes wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Anyways, we did not make that up. They made that up, obviously. But yeah, so we did that, and my sister like loved it, and we took her to one of the like pottery painting places, the Color Me Mine place, and then we went and got tacos with her like right across the street, and that was fun. And then she conned us into also going and getting ice cream. So she had the best time. And when she came home, her brother was like, Buddy was like, I want to go next time. And we were like, okay, we'll do that for your birthday. we obviously have to like wait a little bit, which stinks, but I think we'll probably take him to like the zoo or something. Because with this thing, we're definitely going to get a zoo pass. Because I love the zoo. But I feel like a lot of people in Tampa do that. And it's just easy to just go and like you like have lunch with your kid, look at the animals, and they have like a lot of stuff for kids to do there, which is nice. If you want to do something for the kids, save them something cool and useful later in life rather than buying them something. Also like talking to the parents and being like, hey, can I like give your kid money, but like give it to you and like you put it in an account for them every year? Because that's the jam. That's a good thing to do as well. Think about it, like 50 to like $100 every Christmas or birthday. The kid can't touch it. The parent kind of can't either or wouldn't. And then like by the time they're older, they got a nice little down payment for something. Also, I wanted to freeze prep meals and dinners to make it easier. And my mother-in-law said, oh, but you'll have me, I'll cook for you. She bit off more than she could chew, and I ended up cooking and having takeout. Yeah, we don't have a lot of room in our freezer. So I think I'm just gonna order Fit Life meals. I don't know if y'all have Fit Life foods where you live, but it's like a storefront and like you go in and there's like not freezers, but like refrigerator, like whatever, like in the grocery store. And you like go in and there's like it's all pre-made, pre-packaged. There's 3 sizes of like each thing and they're like healthy and delicious, and it helped me lose like 40 pounds. But it's so good. So good. So good. So I think I'll probably just do that for a while, maybe for like lunches or something. I feel like that's really easy. And you just pop them in the microwave for like 2.5 minutes, and they're Fit Life or Factor is online. Yeah, Factor is good online. I've heard like really good things about the Factor meals. I think I like Fit Life better though, just because it's like I don't want to be like, oh, it's more fresh, but I don't know. I like the fact that I can just like go in and pick them out and stuff. But yeah, they're really good. Plain onesies in multiple sizes is my go-to. You can never have too many of those. I agree. I believe we need to find different gifts for Christmas. Kids get too much material stuff. I agree with that too. Yeah, that's why I love that my sister is like, no toys. Like, please do not get them toys. Please get them like experiences. Take them to something. Give me a day off. And I love that because obviously, I mean, like Tony and I love being an aunt and uncle, and obviously will love being parents. But yeah, I think that's a great idea. I would love to do that as well. And that way you're spending and like spending time with the kid and like making so many great memories with them. Like we're probably going to keep doing that. But I know Tony does love like shopping for like the kids though too. But it's best to just respect the parents' wishes when it comes to that. When preparing for the last baby, we got gift cards for Target and Kroger and fast food places. Every paycheck for diapers, wipes, dinner after the baby got here. That sounds good. We order from Chicken Pound to have it delivered to our house. Pounds of grilled chicken, fully cooked. Wow, that's awesome. Any signs of labor? My mucus plug fell out and it was real gross. Do you have any nightgowns for him? That saved me at night with all 5 kids being able to just pull it up, change the diaper, and then pull it down. No snaps for the when. No nightgowns. I don't think. I mean, I have sleep sacks for him. But he'll be in his. I mean, he'll be like in his like PJs though. I mean, I just have like this, almost everything we have has zippers, no snaps, no nothing, just zippers. And that's so much easier. Y'all want to see this cute ass, most recent little outfit I got him? Oh, Big Mama coming through. Listen, it's none of your business how I'm walking right now. Also, these shorts are amazing. I got these on Prime Day. It's Gym People. They're from Amazon, but I love Gym People. They have really, really good workout clothes. How fucking cute is this? Little alligators. Little see you later alligators. So cute. Just so cute. I will cry right now. So adorable. I actually need to put that away. You've dropped. Yeah, even more. Dropped even more. I'm about to wet my pants. I have to pee so bad. But I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'm actually gonna go walk Wiggum because it stopped raining. But I love you guys. I appreciate you. Hopefully tonight on Instagram around 9 p.m. you do not see the post on my Instagram stories that says still pregnant, because hopefully my my water will have broken and I will be at the hospital. Everyone, all together, let's pray that my water breaks today. Anyways, appreciate y'all. And you'll know when it has happened, not right when it does or anything like that. I have people messaging me being like, are you going to tell us when you're on the way to the hospital? Bitch, no. What? Why would I do that? But I will be posting a video probably a few days after that just says like, hey, I'm on maternity leave. I had a baby. Just so like y'all are aware. Like, what is that? Is that your little foot? That, you pinch it. Beep, 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 beep. Okay. All right. I will see y'all later. I swear to God, if my water doesn't break today, I'm gonna cry. Okay, goodbye. Wake up my squash eye, bub. Oh. Okay, bye.